Morning everybody. So we've got some cans today. So mine are 400 grams in each arm. So if you want anything heavier, go and get a jar of pasta sauce or something like that. You can have 2 of those if they're a little bit heavier, but if not, it's just like a nice subtle way of just encouraging these muscles to work a bit more. So if you can, pause this and then go and grab some tins and have those nearby. Ball, band, cushion is what we'll need today. So we're going to start like we always do to relax the neck and shoulders, and we're going to put the ball under the head, and you're going to lie back, relax the rest of the body, ball, base of the head, and you're going to take a nice deep breath in, and you're going to start to gently turn your head nice and slowly over to one side, and then gently coming back through the centre, draw over that straight line and to back to the other side, and just encourage the neck to do a bit more than it would usually do if you were standing up. Let the ball help you out with that, and then back through centre. After this one, we'll go once more each way. And then when you're back, look again back to the ceiling. If you need to rearrange, just push it into centre, and we're going to chin tuck. So nod your chin towards your chest, feel that lovely stretch, and let go of it. And then again, tuck the chin, feel stretch, let go. Just relax the arms, whatever feels comfortable for you. Let's do 3 more. And last one. And then return into the middle. Let's do circles. So take your time, little ones first, 5 each way. And then going back. And then when you're on this side, go back again, but this time big. So as opened as you like, use the ball, open up the head and neck. Let's go once more. And then go back the other way. Wash my hair today, it's very slippery. And then finish up. And then you should feel just like the neck doesn't feel as tense. Have a quick feel. Make sure that it's all relaxed. Take this out. And then we're going to put the cushion back underneath. And we're going to grab the can. Just going to move this other way so you can see the body. So, cushion underneath the head again. And then grab your cans. And we're just going to pop them either side. So we're going to work, we're going to remember our points of contact. So we're going to make sure the hips are nice and level. So if you could, the can of beans would stay still. And you're going to make sure your feet are hip distance apart. The next is the rib cage, shoulders, head, and those big toes. And you're going to bring your hands by your side. Take a deep breath in. You're going to lift your arms up to the ceiling. As you breathe out, your rib cage isn't moving out of that spot. So for me, that's the max my arms are going to go. Otherwise, I'm going to lose that point of contact and it's going to come up off the mat. So keep that point of contact. And you're going to simply just bring the arms back down again. So lift your arms up. Keep all of those points of contact definitely still. Don't let them trigger, the arms trigger them to pop up and back back down. You should feel these shoulders working. If you're not moving anywhere else, the shoulders are going to benefit from this. So again, keep the ribs, shoulders, bottom and hips nice and still. And again, out, breathe in, breathe out. Keep those points of contact still. Up and back. And again, breathe in, breathe out. Don't keep move the ribs and up, back down. Let's go again. We're going to do 4 more. Let's go up and back. Keep your rib cage still and up, back down. Breathe in, breathe out, up and 2. Keep your rib cage still. Lovely length in the arms. Try and get those cans of beans all the way towards the wall behind you. Don't let those elbows give in. And then when you're ready, you're going to come back and put the arms back. So it should feel like a nice stretch, but also like a nice subtle work in the shoulders. And then we're going to bring the arms out to up to the ceiling, but we're going to go out to the side this time. So just a softness in the elbows and the cans are going to touch together. Again, everything's going to stay still. So you're going to want to feel like you want to open your ribcage this way. You're not going to let that happen. You're going to keep it really still. You're going to open your arms to the side. Arms don't touch the floor though. And then you come up again to the top. Open out to the side. Big stretch in the chest and the pecs. And back to the top. And 3, 4. Let's go. 8, 9, 10, and then bring them back down by your side. So that's a nice stretch for the inside bicep and then obviously across the chest. And then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to alternate the arms. So we're going to lift the arms up again to the ceiling. And it's kind of like windmill arms, but it's called swinging arms. So we're just going to go in line with the head and in line with the hips. We're going to do opposite. So one arm's going to go in line with the hip, one arm, like we just did, it doesn't pull your rib cage off the mat, and switch. Keep everything still. So your tummy's working hard. If not, you're going to find that you want to have that urge to lift your back off the floor. So those points of contact, think bottoms on the floor. So are my hips, so are my ribs. Reaching the arms lovely and long. Alternating the arms. And just keep going. That motion. And let's go. So we're going to do 5 more. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back to the ceiling, and then bring them back. So nice stretch across the front of the chest and in the arms. And then we're going to pop this to one side, grab the ball, and then we're going to pop this underneath. So I definitely need the benefit of this exercise. I'm feeling very tight in the lower back, so lots of stiffness. If you've been doing lots of walking, you might feel quite stiff across your pelvis and your hips. So this is really good for that one. So feet, making sure they're back to hip distance apart. Again, thinking of the ribs and the chest, they're still in that contact. And we're going to keep them really, really still the entire time. And we're going to work on the pelvis and hips. We're going to do circles. So we're going to start by just tipping forwards and backwards. So you're going to tip towards your tummy button. And then you're going to tip over that ball, but the rib cage doesn't join in. And then back. Keep your big toes squeezing to the floor. And just rock forwards and back between these 2 positions. Nice and gently. It should be a nice little, feels like a stretch. Some of you might feel like it's a twinge, but that is probably the reason your lower back is so tight that it feels like a twinge. So it's a nice little subtle stretch. So just keep forwards and backwards. Those points of contact, shoulders, head and ribs are still exactly where they were. Your big toe is still exactly where they should be as well. And then from here, we're going to go side to side. So come back into the middle point. Big time, don't let these legs move. So the legs will try, rib cage will, but keep them still. And you're going to send one hip down towards one side and then level up. And then tip the other hip down to one side and then level up. So think of denting the ball. So you're squashing one side and then back, squash and back, squash the ball. Don't roll the ball. The ball, if it's rolling underneath you, you're going too far. You should be pressing on that side and then back, compress that side. And just keep the big toes really still. You'll notice you won't actually be able to go any further if those big toes are down and squeezing on the floor. And then back in the middle, and let's do circles. So circles, so you're going to start, tip the hips towards you, and around we go to the left, around over between the thighs, back around to the top, and again. Nice and slow, big toes down. Last one this way. And let's go back the other way this time. Still keep it slow. Some ways feel trickier than others. Nice and slow, rib cage is still. Nice and still. Keep it slow once more. And then bring it back into the middle. And we're going to take the ball away. We're going to just pop it underneath the feet, grabbing the cans again. So it's a different feeling with this one because our feet are off the floor, well, on the ball. The tummy automatically has to switch on the lower half to help out the legs. So we'll make it a little bit harder using the arms as well. And we're going to obviously combination of two things together. So coordination, so do the best you can. So again, nice level hip, make sure that that's that. You're not lying there with a flat back. If so, unflatten your back. And then we're going to do opposite arm and leg. So what we're going to do is our arms are going to come up to the ceiling. And we're going to take the knee out to the side, gently, only as far, again, underneath those points of contact. Don't sway to the side. They're going to stay still in the middle, and the opposite arm goes to the out, and it doesn't touch the floor, and then you close them back in. So you're looking at this center section of the body, like a square. Think of this square here, completely immaculate, doesn't even change shape. And then to the other side, so your hips aren't moving out to the side, your rib cage isn't twisting with the arm. And then you close and bring them back to the center. Open out, don't change your hips, keep them still, arms out. And back into it. I can really feel my toe muscles around my rib cage working here, so I don't twist my torso. They're being pulled in opposite directions, so you've got to keep that tummy squeezing so you don't let one of these outward motions drop you to the side. Lovely, lovely. Really subtle, not dropping the whole leg to the floor or the arm. Good. Think of the points of contact. And let's do this. One more to each side. And last one. And then bring it back, and then take these back to the floor. And then we're going to put the ball between the ankles. And we're going to just pop our feet on the floor. Make sure you've got a good grip of it. And you're going to bring your knees up into a double knee fold. And then from here, if you want to, you're going to put both your hands underneath your bottom. It's up to you. You can put your cushion underneath your bum instead if you need that little height. And you're going to straighten the legs. And we're going to do lower and lift. And we're going to squeeze the ball between the thighs. Well, between the thighs. The thighs should be working, I should say. And then coming back up. So we did these last week as well, but we didn't have a ball. So squeeze. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathing out. Catch your breath here. Breathe out. And again, we're going to do 2 more. Keep squeezing that ball. Last one. And then bring those knees towards the chest. Give them a good squeeze. And then we're just going to pop this out of the way. And we're going to do some curl ups. So points of contact, making sure they're back to where they were. Hips, feet hip distance apart. And then pop the hands underneath the head for the next one. So we're going to do curl ups. So we're going to be pulsing to the side. So nice deep breath. Breathing out. Hips don't move. Both hands to the side of the body. And you're going to reach over to one side. You're going to do 3 pulses. You're going to go 1, 2, 3. Put your hands back behind your head again. And unfold. Back you go. Deep breath. Breathing out. Think of those ribs sliding down to meet those hips. And you reach to the sides. And 1, 2, 3. The hands come back. Don't thrust your hips. They're still stuck to the floor. Deep breath. As you breathe out, reach into the leg. And 1, 2, 3. Hands back. Down you go, and again catch the breath. Breathing out. Reach, reach, and 1, 2, 3. Hands behind. And unfold. We've got 1 more to each side. Keep on going. And breathe out. Reach and reach. 1, 2, 3. Back you go with the hands. And unfold. Last one. Make it a good one. Keep your hips still. Breathe out. Reach to the side. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. The hands are back. And unfold. And then just take a moment just to stretch your legs. Arms too. And then bring your feet back. And we're going to bring the ball back. And we're going to do, excuse me, bugs. So we have done these before this week, last week. We did arm openings with the ball underneath. We did knee, what were they called now? Leg lifts, that was it last week. So it's basically bugs. We didn't move, we were just coming up with the arms and bringing the legs up and putting the legs down. This time, it's toe taps, and if you want to make it harder, grab your cans. Absolutely go for it if you want to make it harder. Find those cans that you had before. It means you've got to use a little bit more of those toe muscles to keep you stable up above. So what we're going to do is bring the knees up to prepare first. So bring them up. Make sure you feel steady. If you don't feel steady and you're here, that's cheating. You want to make sure that that point of contact is still the pelvis and the hips. Rib cage, that's still a nice heavy point of contact. Shoulders, and then the head. And then this is the tricky bit, up to you. Floppy, floppy feet. Relax those thighs, tummies on. Bring one arm up to the ceiling. Second arm up to the ceiling. Nice and slowly, we're going to take the arms in opposite directions, palms facing forwards. And a nice slow, take the thigh away, knee stays bent, and the opposite arm goes behind. It doesn't touch the face, it doesn't go beyond the face. And it comes back. Deep breath. And come back. Relax your legs. And back. And again, if this feels too easy, you know what to do. Grab the cans. Let's do same size. We're going to do same leg and same side arm. So send the same arm and the same leg. You'll notice that side of the tummy has to work extra hard. You're opening out both points at the same time. And again. And open. Let's go once more on each side. If your legs are aching, relax those feet. And then bring those knees towards you. Very nice. And then that's going to stay underneath. Feet go down. And then just have a little rock from side to side. Make sure your bottom and your hips and pelvis feel like they're back in the right position again. Ribs and shoulders are too. Feet back. And then we're going to do some knee circles. So put your hands on your hips or feel some balance out to the side. And you're going to bring one leg up. And we're going to circle this knee. So nice and slowly. This big toe on this side is really pushing into the floor. Otherwise it ends up out here too. So keep it really still. Focus on the leg. We're going to do 5 each way. And then we're going to go back. That was 5. So let's go 5 the other way. Really think about your pelvis and your hips on the ball. They're really heavy. So is the big toe. So is the head and so is the chest. It's a big burner on this leg, this one. And then bring the foot down and then replace, put your feet back to hip distance. Let's bring up the other side. So bring the leg up. This side, the big toe's now nice and connected. And circle again. So it really keeps that contact with the rib cage. The hips on the ball, the pelvis on top. 5 each way. All from that thigh muscle. Don't do it with your ankle, not with your knee. It's from your thigh. And then let's go back the other way. So again, back. And last one. And then pop the feet back, hip distance apart again, feet together, open up. And then we're going to do a little circle. So really small ones, they're not massive, in a straight leg. So I'm very tight in the hamstrings at the moment. So do the best one you can and you're going to circle with a straight leg again. Big toe on this side is keeping that foot suctioned onto the floor and that knee staying still. Exactly the same 5 each way. Let's go back, reverse. Straighten your leg if you can. If you can't straighten your leg, lower it down further. And then replace feet back to hip distance, lift your leg up, straighten it, and then again, let's go 5 each way. Keep the hips really still though. And let's go back, reverse. Last one. And then bring the feet back down. Bring your knees towards you and give them a good squeeze towards the chest. And then you're going to take that out. And you're going to come up and sit. So, moving on, the next thing we're going to do is the dreaded typewriter rollbacks. So, it's not rolling all the way back. I'll do it from the front and I'm going to do it from the side. So I'll change my position, but stay however you are. We're going to grab the ball. This is basically to keep your knees the right distance apart. Pop the ball between the knees, making sure you sit nice and tall. You either need your heels on the floor or your feet on the floor. So for me, my heels on the floor make me just automatically sit taller. feet flat, it makes me hunch. So make sure you've got the right position. If so, please put a cushion underneath your bottom. I'm going to do that just for that extra height. And then from there, just one cushion. Don't put any books or blocks underneath just because you're going to fall off the back of them. So it's just a little bit of height you need for this one. So we're going to do 3 roll backs and 3 turns to the side. The ball's going to keep the knees in check. You're not moving your hips. You're moving from above the rib cage in the twist, okay? So don't move anything from below your tummy button. We're going to take the arms in front first. So from here, you're going to take a nice deep breath and you're going to tuck your bottom just underneath you. And you're going to twist just your chest and ribs an inch. You're going to roll your bottom down an inch. You're going to twist again an inch. Roll the hips and pelvis an inch. Last twist. Last back. And swivel up. And then sit tall. So I'll show you from the side. So next, what we're going to do the other side this time. So ball between the knees, sitting tall, heels. We'll go to your left. So you're going to tuck your bottom underneath. Twist an inch. Just your pelvis and hip move back. Twist your chest and hip ribs. Just your hips and pelvis back. Last twist. Just your pelvis and hips go back. And swivel up and sit tall. We're going to go back to the side again. This time we're going to put the hands in between the chest and we're going to make it a little harder. Keep your arms in front if you need to. Hands in the centre of the chest. Deep breath. Tuck the bottom underneath and squeeze the ball, it might help. You're going to twist just an inch. Tuck your bum. Twist an inch, just the ribs and chest. Just your pelvis back. Last twist. Last tuck. Swivel. Back to the top. Let's go to the other side. So tuck under. Twist. Just the pelvis and hips. Twist. Just the pelvis and hips go back. Twist. Pelvis and hips. Ooh. And then come back up again and sit tall. That's really hard. Good. And then drop the ball. Just grab your feet together and you're just going to drop forwards and stretch the inside of those thighs out. And then you're going to come back up and you're going to sit nice and tall. Right, from here, I've had a request for this. So I'm going to attempt to show you a way of doing it that is slightly easier. It's also optional. You don't have to do this. You can just do, I'll give you the other option to do it. So we're going to do a side plank. We've done this before, but long time ago. So we're going to try and do different variations of it. Weirdly, it's all about the feet. So if the feet get stuck, it just gets all muddled up and stuck. You may need to take your socks off if you've got wooden floor like I have. I fit on my mat, so it should be okay. So what we're going to do, just move the cushion to one side. So the start position, so you're on your side. So we're going to have the hand just sort of underneath, sort of in line with the shoulder, not sort of underneath, otherwise you won't feel like you can go under. Now the feet, you've got one foot behind, so if you're on your left hand, your left foot will be behind you, and then you've got your right foot flat on the floor. So lots of us end up here. Make sure that this is flat because this is the driving force that's going to get you up there. So you're going to bring that to an opened position. So you're not up here, you're sort of opened up a little bit. So Pilates is a little bit harder. We have also more scrunched up, but I'm teaching it to you guys. So open yourself out more. You've got your hand here if you need it. You can change the placement of hand. You can have it here, backwards, forwards, completely up to you. This hand's here if you need it to sort of help you come up. If you want to, we are then going to open up the arm up and above the head. I'm going to show this version with the elbow as well if you can't do it on your hands. So what you're going to do, the right foot that is in the front, you're going to use that to push your hips off the floor. So you're going to take a deep breath in. As you do, keep this arm nice and strong. You're going to push down and you're going to connect your legs together and reach to the side. As you come out, you bend your knees to come back down. So I'll do that again. So foot is nice and flat. Your feet are going to come together. use your arm. So when you're ready, think of that foot. That foot is pushing up. If you need to, a little bit of help. So you're going to drive down and you're going to connect your legs. Over you go. And then you bend your knees to come back out again. Okay, so your arm is at the top and you're going to make sure that that shoulder then goes over the top of that hand. So again, your bum's going to go up and down the mat because of where you bring it back down to. So don't worry about rearranging yourself too much. So again, we're going to do 2 more and then we're going to try the other side. So again, flat foot. This one here is just on its side. When you're ready, push down, lift your arm up only if you want to, lift up, reach. Bend your knees, come down. Once more. We're going to do it on the elbow if you can't do it on your hand. So when you're ready, feels a little bit different. So bring your elbow away from you and again lift up, squeeze. And then bend your knees, come back out of it, okay? So that's that side done. Over to the other side. So making sure, so you're on your right hand, so your right leg is now behind you and you've got your left foot on the front. So you can either do it with your hand or bring your elbow where your hand would have been. Okay, so from here, we're going to do slightly strange. When you're on your stronger arm, it does make it harder. So I found easier throwing up onto the other side because my right arm was going over. So this side's not my best one. So use your hand here. And again, driving foot is on the floor. When you're ready, use that motion of the arm to bring you all the way up and pushing up and over. And bend, bring back. My feet were too far apart, so make sure that that right foot is right behind that left. So again, nice deep breath. As you breathe out, push down with that foot and up you go. Bend your knees, come back out again. And again. Reset those feet and up. Straighten your legs and bend, come back. I'm going to do it for the people on the elbow if they need it. Do 2 more. Pushing up, foot flat and straighten the legs and bend, come back out. Last one. We're going to go up and over and bend, come back out. From there, turn yourself onto your knees and drop down and then just stretch out the back of the head, shoulders and the neck. And then slowly come up, nice and tall. Right, we're going to do some hands and knees stuff. So we've done this gazillions of times probably already since the 6 weeks has been up. So we're going to do tabletop. So we're going to do opposite arm and leg. I'm going to show you my head from this direction and then obviously from the side. So just put the cushion where it was. And then we're going to make sure that the hands, I'll show you from this way first. So make sure your hands and your knees, so hands directly under shoulders, knees underneath the hips, always looking forwards. You're not looking up, but you're looking just slightly in front at the top of your mat. So we're going to do opposite arm and legs. We're going to slide the leg. Looking at my legs, you want to make sure that this leg never goes timber to the side. It's always staying long, like a pillar. It's nice and straight. Once you've done that, you're going to lift your leg just off the floor and then lift that opposite arm up. Put it back, slide your knee back into where it was. So again, slide your leg, keep this leg staying tall. As you lift the leg, don't drop. Keep nice and still, lift, only a small lift. Lift the opposite arm and leg, and then bring it back. So I'll show you from this side. So making sure you're looking forwards. Got a tiny dip in that lower back, not dropping the tummy though, lift the tummy up. You're going to slide your leg back. Keep your leg, it's a pillar. tiny lift. Mine's not coming up off very much of the floor at all. Lift your opposite arm. Hand back, knee back. Same again. Slide, lift, opposite arm, back, slide it in, and again slide. Steady on the leg, lift, opposite arm, back you go. Slide your knee, slide, lift, opposite arm. My tummy's working so hard so that I don't twist my torso or anything as I do it. Let's go once more on each arm and leg. Slide, keep your legs still, lift, opposite arm, back, slide your knee, and again think of a massive tray of drinks balancing on your lower back, nice and still. And then from there, relax those arms and shoulders and drop your bottom back down. Let your hands have a break as well. And then from here, we're going to do, we're going to be on the wall in a minute, we're going to go onto our tummy. So from here, we're going to do dart. We're going to use our bands. This is what the band is for. So move everything out of your way. Grabbing your band onto your tummy. So I'm going to show you what you're going to be doing while you're up there. So you're going to have your arms up above your head. So on your tummy, your arms are going to be up. What we're going to do is we're going to lift our arms up and they're going to be in a V shape. What we're going to do in that extended position, we're just going to take the arms out to the side, come back, out to the sides, come back. So we're going to go onto the side, onto our tummy. So dropping down, forehead on the cushion, and then the arms are up and above the head. So hopefully you can still see me. So forehead, arms up in a V shape. Now it depends on how hard you want to make it for yourself. You either want a bit of slack in the ribbon, or if you want to make it hard, bring your hands closer together. So forehead down. You're going to roll your nose forward, and you're just going to look to the tip of your cushion, just roll the top line of your cushion. From there, you're going to then lift one arm up off the floor, other arm off of the floor, and you're going to take one arm out to the side, come back, take the other arm out to the side, bring it back, and relax, put your forehead back down. So big work around the sort of rib cage and shoulder area. So again, roll the nose forward, looking to the top of the cushion, and then lift one arm up, other arm up, and out. One, to the side, and relax. Deep breath, and arm, let's go. 1, 2, and release. 2 more, and arm, out the side, out the side, and release. And then again, once more, up, arm, 1, 2, and release. And then just bring yourself back, bottom to heel. And then gently coming up. And you're going to come and stand. And then from here, we're going to come just to the back. So what we're going to do, so if you can't see me, hopefully you can see me, we're going to do some press ups against the wall. So we're going to bring the hands, let's move this out of the way. So you're going to take your hands higher than your shoulders and you're going to step away from the wall. So you want to think of your nose touching this wall. So you're going to bend your elbows and they're going to go out to the sides and then push away. And then again, bend your elbows and then push away and bend Elbows out to the side. Drive through those hands. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then bring your hands back down both sides. Turn around, and we're going to do a roll down. So bring your feet so they're nice and soft. You've got hip distance apart feet. And we're going to relax your shoulders. We're going to roll down, so let your head feel heavy. Nice and slowly pull your tummy up to the ceiling. Slowly going down bit by bit by bit. Softness in the knees, straight legs. And then slowly coming back up. Nice and slowly, all the way up. Shoulders behind you when you get there. I'm just going to turn the head once to the side. And then back. And that's it. I'm going to go rescue my baby, he's crying. So I'll see you next week. Thank you.